again, everyone, and welcome to Fayette Regional's Health Talk. I'm Charity Moore.
And I'm Doug Fischesser. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you back with us, Charity.
Well, it is great to be back, Doug.
Health Talk is your source for health and wellness topics in the Whitewater Valley, and Fayette Regional Health Talk provides up-to-date health news and events that are important to Connersville, Fayette County, and the entire Whitewater Valley.
Leading this edition of Health Talk News is the announcement that Fayette Regional now offers board-certified pain management with Dr. Danielle Turnak of the Pain Management Group. Dr. Turnak creates a tailored care plan specific to each diagnosis along with a custom service agreement to help ensure compliance with the care plan. The Fayette Regional Pain Management Center is accepting new patients. Call today.
And in health insurance news, the Healthy Indiana Plan, HIP 2.0, has been expanded, and now many more Hoosiers qualify. Choosing a health care provider, determining monthly premiums, and understanding health insurance plans may be difficult for individuals and families who have never had health insurance. There are inexpensive plans that include medical, dental, and vision care. Fayette Regional has resources and staff that can help you sign up. Call 765-827-8998 or visit fayetteregional.org/HIP for more info.
Fayette Regional wishes to remind the community that our team includes many specialists vital to the care and well-being of our town in fields such as oncology, cardiology, pulmonology, urology, orthopedics, and many others, with dedicated doctors and nurse practitioners who commit to bring excellent health care to Fayette County and the surrounding area. The Fayette Regional Cancer Care Center brings the expertise of the Midwest's leading oncology networks right here in Connersville with Dr. Robert Mangus of the American Health Network and Dr. John Marvel of the Cancer Care Group. Their involvement in ongoing clinical research assures that patients receive the most advanced treatment and therapies available right here in our hometown without a long drive.
Fayette Regional is also proud to offer excellent heart care with their partnership with St. Vincent's Heart Care Center. St. Vincent's is rated Indiana's #1 cardiology group, and they are here for you with 7 of Indiana's best physicians and nurse practitioners on staff. It's the power of 2 hospitals for your heart's health, providing unmatched quality and expertise in cardiology.
As part of Fayette Regional's continuing efforts in community outreach, we are providing monthly screenings. We will be at Fayette Place Apartments in Connersville, Southview Courts in Liberty, and Franklin County Senior Center. The second Tuesday of each month, Fayette Regional offers a free lunch and screenings at the Fayette County Senior Center. Lunch is served at 11:30. If you wish to attend, please make your reservations by calling the Fayette County Senior Center.
Please join Fayette Regional staff and the community by supporting our blood drives throughout the year. Our next blood drive is Tuesday, March 8th from noon to 4 p.m. Visit our Facebook page for more information and tune in for TV3's listing of local events to find other special events that Fayette Regional is hosting in your area each month. We look forward to seeing you.
The annual Fayette 5K is fast approaching and is sure to be fun for the whole family. It will be held this year on Saturday, April the 2nd. We had a record crowd last year and we hope to grow it even more this year.
To register, simply visit fayetteregional.org and click the 5K icon to register online. Or you can print a registration form and mail it in with your payment. If you enter by the deadline, you are guaranteed to receive a commemorative performance t-shirt. Deadline is March 22nd. Proceeds benefit the Connersville High School cross-country team and the Athletic Training Fund.
And finally, as a reminder that Fayette Regional Health System is here for you during this cold and flu season with extended hours for 3 family-friendly locations. For your primary care and immediate care needs, the Fayette Regional Primary Care Center has a full staff of care providers with Dr. Ryan Minnick, along with experienced nurse practitioners. They can take care of all of your immediate care needs, 7 days a week, and walk-ins are welcome Monday through Friday, even on weekends too, for adults, seniors, and kids.
Fayette Regional's Physician Center is conveniently located just 2 blocks east of the Fayette Regional Hospital. Dr. Gary Metcalf is accepting new patients and can provide excellent primary care for your entire family.
And Fayette Regional Healthplex in Brookville would also like to welcome families for their primary care. Dr. Damian McKnight and nurse practitioner Christy Flem are available at our Brookville location. Together with urgent care specialist Dr. Ken Perrin, Fayette Regional Healthplex is able to provide the care you need, whether you have an appointment or you just need to walk in.
When we return, our guest will be in studio to help give us a few more details about the Fayette County's newly structured emergency medical service. We'll be right back.
Fayette Regional is proud to offer the area's best heart care through their partnership with the St. Vincent's Heart Care Center. St. Vincent's is rated as Indiana's #1 cardiology group, and they are here for you in Connorsville. It's the power of 2 hospitals for your heart's health, providing quality you will not find at other area hospitals. For your health, remember great care is right here. Fayette Regional.
Welcome back. Joining us now is Clint Harden from Fayette County EMS. Thanks for joining us, Clint.
You're very welcome.
We appreciate that you're joining us today. So let's start out by having you just tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Clint Harden. I work for Fayette County EMS. I've actually worked part-time for them since 2011. Been in EMS for 20 years. Actually worked for the hospital for 13 of those before going to Indianapolis, and ended up coming back here. Started full-time in December when we acquired the hospital's ambulance service and helping run that side of it.
Okay, well, let's get right to it then, because the Fayette County EMS just absorbed services from Fayette Regional in December, like you said. Can you give us a little overview on how that transition is going?
So far, it's going very well. We started on December 12th at 8 a.m. and we were off and running right away. In that time, we're seeing about an 82% increase in our call volume.
Oh, wow.
And that was with just a 46% increase in staff. So it's not quite even there, but we are doing a lot more calls with just a little bit more staff. We worked real closely with the hospital, with the ER and the ICU staffs, where most of our calls come from as far as being transferred out. It's been not just an EMS undertaking. Dispatches had to step up and really helped us out a lot. Phil at the city garage has been wonderful. He's trying to minimize our downtime and improve our maintenance on our trucks, and he's just been really great for us. Right down to the IT department. They've had to help us get more infrastructure because all of our patient documentation is computerized nowadays.
Right. So
we had to add a bunch of that stuff in. So they've been great as well. So it's not just an EMS undertaking.
I see. We hear the phrase first aid unit, Clint, but the current EMS department is a lot more than just that type of treatment. Is that correct?
That's correct. Fayette County EMS is actually 60 years old this year. They were formed in 1956, which was 18 years before the state of Indiana recognized EMS or regulated EMS in any way. That didn't come about till 1974. So back in 1956, it was first aid, and that was basically the care you got was first aid type care. But just with like all other healthcare services, it's grown leaps and bounds. We do a lot of evidence-based treatments. The paramedics, we can diagnose, treat, and assess any medical condition or injury that could come along. We do diagnostic quality EKGs. We can diagnose heart attacks in the truck and call ahead and say, we're bringing you a patient having a heart attack.
Wow.
So it's more than just putting a Band-Aid on or giving someone an ice pack. We carry a full range of medications. So it's kind of an extension of the hospital in a way, either going to the hospital or coming out and going to another facility for specialty care.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than 20 years ago, right?
Yes, very, very different.
What staffing changes were made to accommodate your additional calls? You just said that your volume was up, but your staffing not.
Our calls have increased about 82% for the month of January over the average for last year, and we increased the staff by 46%, I should say. And that staffs one additional ambulance that is designated to do transfers, critical care, discharges. Basically, that truck is there to serve the hospital and the hospital's needs and to get the hospital's patients where they need to go.
Okay.
Yeah, that came pretty quickly from what I being part of the hospital, but from what I understand, was it tough to find new staff?
Actually, we absorbed some of the hospital staff. 5 of the 6 that are now with Fayette County actually came from the hospital.
Oh, good.
And the really nice thing was that 3 of those already worked part-time for Fayette County. So they were well versed with the computer system. They knew the policies, procedures. So they've really been a huge asset to have. It's kind of orienting the new people in because there was a pretty steep learning curve. We went from nothing to starting, full tilt very quickly. So they've been a huge asset to have in order to get up and running.
So that sounds good then, that the additional staff was already familiar with everything and was able to help out there with Fayette Regional.
Yes. Actually, one of the other medics, we've known each other for 18 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's not exactly new faces. It's a lot of the same faces. It's just a different uniform for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So.
And the new staff aren't necessarily new to EMS, right?
No.
It's just Fayette County EMS?
They're just new to Fayette County EMS. They're new employees of the city, basically. Even though we're called Fayette County EMS, we're run by the city.
Okay. That's good clarification.
Yeah, that's a little confusing sometimes for people, but when I added up the total experience of all the 6 people that came on board at one time, and it was 118 years experience.
Wow.
So we've got a lot of experience there. 3 of the providers have over 20 years experience, and one of them that I was threatened if I named has over 30 years experience, but I cannot mention names on that one.
I was going to say, we may know who he is, but better not say anything.
Yeah.
Does this merger, does it take anything away from the 911 situation or the emergency coverage for Fayette County residents?
No, it's if anything, it has helped out with that. Even though we're a designated truck, emergencies still have to come first. So we have taken numerous 911 calls, whether that be on our own because the other 2 trucks are busy, or whether it has been to assist the 2 designated 911 trucks. So it has not taken anything away from the 911 coverage of the city or the county.
Good.
So.
Good.
Okay, so then you said earlier that Fayette County EMS has been around for 60 years, but are there differences between the 911 and then the medical transport? I was about to ask that question, that if someone calls 911, that's not you guys though, right?
It may be us. It depends. We all have the same uniforms, or same trucks, etc. As far as is there a difference? Yes and no. You still take a blood pressure the same way whether you're coming into the ER or going out of the ER. So they're very, very similar. On an emergency call, you're looking at stabilizing the patient and transporting. So you may have 10 to 15 minutes with that patient. If I'm transferring a patient from Fayette Regional to St. Vincent's, that can be 60 to 90 minutes depending on weather and traffic. So you have to kind of look out a little further as far as your management. Okay, what's going to be the problems that are going to come up in 45 minutes versus if it's an emergency call, what problems do I have to address in 5 minutes? So there is some differences, but there's a lot of similarities as well.
Okay. Well, what can a patient expect if they're being transferred to another facility from the Fayette County EMS?
Okay. A lot of people expect you to we come into the ER. Most of our transfers come out of the ER, some out of ICU, some out of med-surg, but majority out of the ER. And they expect you to be right in the room, and that's not necessarily how it goes. We have to get report. We have to talk to the nurses. We'll review their paperwork, lab work, x-rays. We may speak to the physician saying, what do you want us to do on the way? Is there anything specific? Is there anything specific you want us to change? So we're going to be very well educated about that patient before we even see them.
Gotcha.
We really want to have that knowledge because in the ER you may have 5 or 6 people. With the ambulance, there's just 2 of us. So there's not a lot of time for researching if something were to happen and we need to do an intervention. and to start a different treatment, there's not a lot of time to review paperwork at that point in time because there's just two of us. So we want to have as much knowledge about that patient as we possibly can before we even see them.
So obviously an ambulance ride is, or an ambulance trip is not just a regular ride
No.
per se.
No.
What you're telling us.
No, like I said before, we've come a long way. If you have a heart problem and you're on a heart monitor in the ER, chances are you're going to be on a heart monitor in the ambulance. If you've got an IV medications are infusing in the ER, they're going to be infusing in the ambulance. And not only will we continue the treatment that the ER has started, if something else develops, we'll address that, and we may start an additional medication during the transport, whatever that patient needs during that period of time that we're with them. We have standing orders from physician, from the ER physician, from our medical director, and we're allowed some latitude there as to how we proceed. So it's not just a ride. That's definitely for sure.
What are some of the goals that Fayette County EMS what are some of the goals that y'all have for the coming year?
The one goal that I personally have is for the coming year is we'd like to get more of the training and the resources for critical care transport.
Okay.
It doesn't vary a lot, but there are some differences. Some more training, some education. Basically, so we can better serve the patients that we're transferring out. You don't transfer out the patients that are well. The patients that are going out are the sickest of the sick, and we really want to be able to provide the best possible care to those patients. And if that means we need to learn some more, then we're going to learn some more.
Well, Clint, thanks so much for coming and joining us today. We really appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Thanks again, Clint. We'll be right back.
Can't afford health insurance? Fayette Regional can help. The Healthy Indiana Plan, HIP, has been expanded, and now many more Hoosiers qualify. There are inexpensive plans that include medical, dental, and vision care. Fayette Regional has the resources and staff that can help you sign up. Call 765-827-8998 or visit FayetteRegional.org for more info. Fayette Regional, your community hospital.
Welcome back, and joining us now is Crystal Evans from Fayette Regional's HealthWorks Fitness and Wellness Center in Connorsville. Thanks for joining us, Crystal.
Thank you for having me.
So let's just start with the obvious, that we have all set out those resolutions for the new year, and many of us have already broken them. What can we do at HealthWorks, or what are you all doing to keep everyone on track?
Well, currently we have extended our 6-month special, so you can get 6 months for $109.
Is there a contract to sign?
Nope, never have to sign a contract.
I see. So what are the hours?
We are open Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday is 6 to 6, and then Saturday is 8 to 2.
So what type of equipment do you guys have down there?
We have bikes, ellipticals, stair steppers, free weights, treadmills, of course, and then also we have Nautilus machines.
Do you guys offer special classes as well, and is that part of the package?
Yes, all the classes are included. We have boot camp, Zumba, step aerobics, yoga, and then we also offer Silver Sneakers classes.
Okay, not that I'm eligible, but explain to me what Silver Sneakers is.
Silver Sneakers is a program where certain insurance plans will cover a full membership, so you don't have to pay any additional cost to HealthWorks. It will be all covered through your insurance.
I see. Crystal, are there any other wellness services offered?
Yes, we do offer massage therapy. It is $30 for a half hour and $45 for an hour, and you can also buy gift certificates as well.
Nice. So with Valentine's Day coming up, that might be a good idea.
That's right. Good idea.
Yeah. Do you have any kids programs?
We do. We have martial arts. Pretty much any age is accepted. It's Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 8, and it's $15 for a whole month.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks again, Crystal. We'll be right back.
welcome back. So Doug, tell us a little bit about what's been going on in the foundation these days.
Well, we've been pretty busy in the foundation. The annual appeal just ended. It runs for 3 months. And now we're into the gala mode, which you obviously helped me for many years in putting the gala on. So you know how big a job that is. But it's going to be a little bit later this year in April. So we've got a couple months to get it going, but we've already started, and the committees are together, and the letters are sent out, and save the dates are getting ready to go out too. So,
well, let's talk about those events for just a minute. What about the gala, with it being around the corner?
well, it got started in 2001. This is the 15th year for it, and basically it's our biggest fundraiser that we have during the year, golf outing being the second one. It basically is a thank you event to all our donors in the community and the people that help support the hospital. And obviously we want to raise money for the things that we need in the hospital, the different departments, equipment, renovations, things like that. It's raised over about $400,000 over the span of 15 years. So obviously we appreciate all the support our donors and our vendors and suppliers give us.
Very cool. So can you tell us a little bit about what this year's theme is?
Well, it's going to be, as you well know, the last 2 or 3 years we've come up with some really good themes, and this year, since it's going to be in the middle of April, we thought about a spring theme, and it's going to be called Elegant Night in the Garden. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, yep. It's going to be April 16th, Saturday, at Expo Hall. And of course normally runs from 6 p.m. to midnight, and we've got the famous Endless Summer Band is back for about the 7th year in a row. They love to come to Connorsville and
They're amazing.
put on a party for us, and everybody likes to see them, and they've told me more than once that they really appreciate coming to Connorsville because the people really get into partying and dancing and being a part of the gala. So they're a fixture in what we do with the gala. So, but as I mentioned before, save the dates will be going out. Invitations will be going out March 1st. And again, we've talked about this the last couple of years. You don't need an invitation to come. Just get a hold of me in the office at the foundation. My phone number in there, direct line is 827-7798, and also Doug F. at FayetteRegional.org. And also, too, we'll have some flyers and things around the community and on our Facebook page and our website as also. So all the information will be on there.
Awesome. Well, you also oversee the volunteer group at Fayette Regional. How many volunteers are involved with it this year?
We have about 120 members in the volunteer group. About 80 of those are active. So
Good percentage.
yeah, it is, and we're getting more and more volunteers a year, and usually have 5 or 6 new volunteers a year. So they do a lot for us 24/7. They come in, and mainly they're active Monday through Friday, but some come in on Saturdays and Sundays, and just a great group of people that volunteer their time and efforts for us. You know, we certainly don't overlook them, but they do a fantastic job for us, and they, not many people know this, over the span of I'd say about 40 years, they've done over 350,000 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and they do about 12 to 13,000 hours a year
Wow.
in volunteer work. So, as I tell a lot of people in the community, we couldn't run the hospital without them.
Mm-mm. So what's some of their main duties that they do at the hospital, their daily activities?
They meet and greet visitors at the information desks. They run the gift shop operation. They do shredding. And they oversee, well, they deliver mail and flowers. They make kits for the birthing center. They do other things like, they actually oversee 12 different areas in the hospital, mainly the surgical areas and some of the patient areas that people need help with. So, but mainly they're there to help people get people around and things like that. So again, they just do a fantastic job for us. So, and they also too over the years have donated not only their time but also financially towards some of the things we've done at the hospital. Third floor renovation, the 2 big major expansions, and they also help with a lot of new equipment and things like that. So obviously that is very much appreciated also.
Maybe this will be something later down the road, I don't know, but what are some of the ways that they're raising money to do that? Do they get that from their gift shop sales?
Mainly gift shop sales. They do a lot of scrub sales. They do book sales. They do purse sales. They probably do 7 to 10 sales a year, and so we try to get that information out in the community. We have a lot of people that come in on those days. Usually have the sales in the atrium, but just mainly through that type of funding, that they help with the things that we do. So obviously they're a very giving group.
How do you get to become a member?
Well, if you want to be a volunteer, get a hold of me in the foundation office. Again, the phone number is 827-7798, or drop by. We have packets that are made up. You fill out an application. I give the application to Kathy Stevens, who is the president of the volunteer group. You have to take 2 TB tests about a week apart, and then we get the test back. If everything's fine, normally is. Like I say, application goes to Kathy Stevens. She gives the volunteer a call, and then you come in. She sits down and we go over just some of the things. We have a confidentiality agreement that we sign, everyone signs, and then she basically talks about what area that the volunteer might want to volunteer in, and set up a schedule and get started that way. So it's a fairly painless situation. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I think that's about all the time that we have today, Doug, and we look forward to everyone joining us again next time on Fayette Regional's Health Talk.
Well,
I'm Charity Moore.
We're glad to have you back, Charity.
Thank you.
And I'm Doug Fischesser. Stay healthy, Connersville.